What's up, boys and girls? Welcome back. All right, I'm going to re-upload the JAKL 9 video, okay? There was a lot of argument in the comments, and I've been addressing it in those comments, but I'm re-uploading this video because YouTube decided to age restrict the video, and it went from over 1,000 views a day down to under 100 a day. So it gives me the opportunity to put this little clip right in the front of the JAKL video and address some of the comments and some of the butt hurt that happened in that JAKL 9 video. Now, the title of that video was F the KUNA, okay? And I think the only comparison that the only reference I made to the KUNA in that video was mentioning the proprietary magazines. Other than that, that title was pretty much just clickbait, all right? Well, the KUNA fanboys fanboyed out in the comments, okay? Here's the thing, guys. The JAKL has been out, I don't know, 5-6 weeks at this point. Very few reported issues with it. Now, you can talk all you want about PSA and the original JAKL 15 and the issues that it had. Fair enough. Those are all valid points. The KUNA has been out for 3 months and is having some serious issues. And a lot of people are just giving them a pass on it, all right? And I don't think we should. A lot of people aren't holding Springfield to the same standards. Let's not get caught up in the marketing hype just because they sent it out to a bunch of popular influencers, paid them, and they all released their little fancy videos on the same day, okay, once the embargo was lifted. You gotta remember, those guys, and look, I get guns for free too, okay? But it should not bias the opinions that we have on here, all right? I did not get the JAKL for free. I paid for that bitch myself, and I'm half tempted to go buy a KUNA and just do a real side-by-side comparison now that I see just how fucking butthurt everybody got. Man, that video would go absolutely viral, but I'm not. Fuck that piece of trash. All right, it's got some real issues with it. Okay, so proprietary magazines, all right, we can get past that. All magazines are proprietary at some point in time, right? The bigger issues, there's a couple of them. One, the extractors are deciding to self-eject themselves out of people's guns. There's been several reports of that. All right, there's only a couple videos on YouTube about it, but if you go to Reddit and things like that, you'll find a lot of people talking about this. There are also people talking about how spent shell casings somehow find their way behind the bolt and jam up the action. That's a real damn failure, all right? The gun is completely locked up at that point. And then you've got things like, you know, the feed lips are cracking on the magazines, or the followers aren't lifting the last couple rounds up, especially when that gun gets dirty, all right? And these are all things that Springfield should address, all right? Release some different magazines for this thing, or release a different lower, give people an option. I know there's a third party out there, but people shouldn't have to buy a third party lower and replace half their damn gun just because they want the Scorpion magazines, all right? So shame on Springfield for not using Scorpion magazines or some other, you know, already existing and cheap, readily available magazine, but bigger shame on them if they don't fix these issues. Hold them accountable like you would hold anybody else, all right? Let's get into the JAKL. This is the gun. Every once in a while, you see a gun and you're like, man, it really looks good. It looks like it would be a lot of fun. It's not that expensive. I'm gonna take a chance on it. So you take a chance and it works out. So I bought this. You can see it is unloaded. We are clear here. Scorpion mags, 35 rounds. Let's run it. Damn, this thing runs like a freaking scalded pig, man. Woo. As you saw in some of that intro footage, when you suppress and shoot subsonics, all you hear is the clack of the bolt. Literally, if you shoot on steel, the steel is 8-9 times louder than the clacking of the bolt on this thing. This is that gun that you look back and you're like, I'm glad I did. So what is it? This is the JAKL 9 from Palmetto State Armory. All right, so if I say PSA from here on out, I'm just shortening it. I have purchased no firearms from PSA in the past. I've bought some accessories and things like that. So went out on a limb, bought one of their firearms, and I'm super, super happy that I did. So I wanted it so bad, in fact, that it was out of stock for a long, long time. Their website has like one of those notify me features, and they sell the lowers by themselves, the uppers by themselves. They sell it with the brace, without the brace. I did that notify me thing for every variation of it. I did it for the lower, the upper by itself. I did it for the lower with the brace, the lower without the brace, the full rifle with the brace, the black, the FDE. I did it for all of them because I just wanted one of them to come back in stock so I could get it. And luckily, the one that I really wanted came back in stock with the brace. if you look right now and these are in stock, you better grab them. I was even considering mixing and matching. I was like, I don't care if I get an FDE lower and a black upper. Like, it just didn't matter to me. I just wanted the gun. In hindsight, I'm glad I got it in this configuration because I've kind of got this 50 shades of FDE thing going on here, as you can see. I did put an Elfman trigger in here. I'm going to do full reviews on some of the new Elfman lineup here soon, so actually I'm not even going to ruin this, but Elfman has a new line of triggers. I put an Aero Precision Ambi fire selector in there. I put a BCM grip on this thing. This is the Mod Zero. It is the Lord's grip. Every gun you have should have this. And again, it uses Scorpion mags. So unlike, what is it, that stupid gun that all you saw from the KUNA. Unlike the KUNA, it's not this proprietary bullshit magazine. This is widely used. They're readily available, and they come in FDE and black. And then on the top there, an EOTech, I think this is the ESPX 3.0 or something like that. It's the one that has the circle dot with the little drop reticles in there. I'm gonna post links to where you can get all of this stuff. Actually, in the description below, I'm gonna have to post a link to my website, and from my website, I'll post links to all of this. And then on the end there, I have a Rex Selenium, I think it's called the MKG 57 or something like that. Again, I'll clarify it all with the link down in the description. Now, I actually have several PCCs. I have 9mm, 45, 10mm, probably forgetting a few in there. By far, this one was the most fun. Not even gonna lie, like, it is no bullshit. It is side charging, as you can see right here. The mag release is this ambi lever that you see right here. So push it forward, mag drops out. It is available on both sides. And then hanging off the front of the handguard there is the Cloud Defensive. I don't even remember what the designation is on that. It's that most popular one that they have with their dedicated pressure pad. So it has a pivot pin and a takedown pin, much like your traditional AR-15, so it breaks open. There is kind of a catch right here, almost AK-47-esque. You have to push this in. This is the recoil mechanism. Let it come down so that this little loop here kind of unhooks from inside the top of the rail there, and then you can pull the bolt group out. This is a direct blowback, all right? It is not roller delayed, it's not any of the delays. This is a direct blowback. Look guys, it's a 9mm. A lot of guys are like, oh, I only do delayed blowback, or I only do roller blowback, or whatever. It's a 9mm, it's not a bazooka, all right? If you can't handle the recoil from a direct blowback, never mind, I digress. So it does have a little tiny bit more recoil than something that has kind of a delay or a roller system in it, but it's insignificant. There we go. And then you're gonna push this back in and up so that this little latch right here locks on the inside of the upper receiver, just like that. You can see the JAKL logo on the magwell right there. Let's see if the camera will pick this up. So with the weapon light on and subsonics, the bullet's actually slow enough to where I can see it with my naked eye. Let's see if the camera picks it up. I can see it through the optic all day long. I don't know if it showed up on camera. We'll see. Full monolithic rail on the top there. There is also 1913 rail on the back here. I'll tell you, I don't necessarily hate this brace. I don't necessarily love this brace. I may upgrade it for like something from JMac in the future. We'll just have to see how that goes. But you have a lot of options with that pick rail running down the back there. Oh, and the charging handle is ambi. You can reverse it. You can put it on the other side here. So if you're a lefty or you want to run it kind of AK style, very easy to do. And I really don't know what more to say about it. So at the time of filming this video, it's right under $1,000. Which is about $500 less than what I've done in the past, which is I have a ton of CMMGs and the Banshees and the Descents and all of that. Great lineup also, but man, for $1,000, this is, and that's it guys. That is the JAKL 9 from Palmetto State Armory. So again, I cannot link directly to this in the YouTube description down below, so I'm gonna send you to my website, and from there, I'll have all of the different accessories. So if you wanna build it exactly like you see here, I'll have all that for you. Appreciate your time watching as always, guys. If you like this type of content, make sure you're subscribed. Got a lot more to come, and I'll see you in the next one.